Welcome back, everyone. It is now time for Johan Arvidsson, the CEO of Nexon Chemical. Welcome, Johan.
Thank you very much. I represent Nexam Chemical, and this is the first time actually that we present at Vator, so I expect that there will be a few that we are new to some of you that haven't followed Nexam that long. Nexam is a company. Now we are trying to change picture. I need a bit of help. So, here we go again. That was a good start, but it's going to get better. Nexam Chemical, we are making additives for plastic material. We can, with additives, change the properties of plastic material. We are 12 years old. We have been very much focused on innovation and development and research during the first period. The last couple of years, we also really have been able to push our solutions into the market and get commercial success for the first couple of products and platforms, and we are looking forward to some more successes. So plastics have often, and it's kind of fun to, you heard a lot about polyesters in the presentation before, and we are very connected to that. Polyester is a very, very important material for us, and it's something where we have solutions to make polyesters even more sustainable. But plastic, it's a debated material. Some say it should be less of it, and I actually agree. There should be less of it, especially in some applications, but there are very many applications where it's difficult and perhaps not even desired to remove it. The last 12 months or 16 months has learned us that there is a certain demand for plastics in healthcare. Face masks, gloves, everything is out of plastic. It's difficult to see a renewable energy sector without plastic. Windmill blades are made of plastics. Solar panels are pretty much only plastics. If you like skiing, you might go on a skiing trip, and I guess that everything you wear from the top to the bottom is made out of plastic. You are wearing polyester clothes. You are protected by plastic, and your skis are probably not made of wood anymore. Handheld devices is another area where it's also, and we make, so the question is not if or if not, the question is how do we make it better? And here Nexam definitely have solutions. We have been able to follow a couple of mega trends. It started very much in lightweighting, sustainable transportation. And we are still in that sector, especially for high temperature resistant composite materials. It goes into aircraft, but it can go into other areas as well. The last couple of years, and the real growth engine for us has been in the renewable energy. We have solutions for PET, where we can modify properties of the material, and some are very suitable for something called PET foam. And PET foam is a core material in windmills. We now look more and more into the waste and recycling area. How can we get the plastic better recyclable? We are good at collecting plastic, but recycle it, what to do in the next cycle? Often you degrade the material by collecting it and try to process it again. And the question is, how can you make it better? And there, additives is a possible way. And this leads into how do we shape the future plastic landscape? What kind of sources will we use, etc. And there also, Nexam Chemical definitely have solutions and suggestions. And I will give you one example here around the recycling. In the world, there is a lot of plastic produced, 400 million ton. The amount of plastic that will be recycled is in the area of 50-60. And these two lines need to pretty much change place. It has to be recycled more than produced from virgin materials. And for that, you need to do something. It's not enough to just collect it, melt it, and do something again. It has to be upgraded. And there we have solutions. We launched a system we called Reactive Recycling that is actually a toolbox for processing companies to improve the properties of recycled plastic. We often speak about recycling, but it's absolutely not everything we do. We are in a lot of different we are in a lot of different plastic streams. One is polyester, and you often hear the name PET. This is the plastic that is used for everything you wear. You probably heard it in a previous presentation also about polyester, and it's actually PET. It's the same as in the bottles, and that's an interesting factor actually, because a lot of the recycling of plastic in some industries are based on the bottles, and the bottles, they should be new bottles and not go into anything else. They should stay in the food chain, and we actually are striving for other sources, but we can also work with virgin material, new material. The upgrade we do is also applicable for virgin material. We are in polyolefins, polyester, polypropylene, and polyethylene, the biggest two plastics in the world. And we are also in high performance, like I said, high temperature composite material, and so on. That's actually where we learn the technology around the things we do. We work in column master batch, and we are also in other type of more standardized additives. And we often describe the company in two business units. We speak about Nexam Performance Master Batch, and those of you that might have followed us has seen this before. We describe this as Performance Master Batch and Performance Chemical. The chemical part is the part of Nexam that grows very fast, and it's the most innovative part of our company. The master batch, Performance Master Batch, is a little bit more industrial traditional. But it provides us with a fantastic opportunity to take part in the plastic industry and reach out to the broader masses of plastic converters so if you're a very niche player, like we are in the chemical part of it, with specialized solutions and targeted solutions, it's difficult to find your big applications. But if you take part broadly in another sector, that really helps us to understand it. I will now move to a bit of results, how we are progressing. These are the last 4 months for our company, 4 quarters, sorry for that. It's from Q2 2020. That was actually our pandemic difficulties that started during Q2, but we actually never saw it really, or at least it went quite all right still. So of course the relevant question is how good could it have been without the pandemic, but we never saw it really as a huge problem. We have been progressing quarter by quarter. This is a tradition we hope to hold on to for a long period. There will of course be times where it's more difficult, but so far it looks very good, and we are looking forward to a good year. Our financial target is that we should grow annually by 25%. And we should end at a level of around 300 million in 2022. These are our numbers for the, actually this is taken from the last quarterly report, and there are a few factors I want to highlight here. One is that we have been, if you look to the total numbers at the bottom, net sales, we have been progressing since 2015. And we have been taking some rather large steps. So we have had a good development over the years, and that is something we want to continue with. We made our best quarter in quarter one this year. The turnover was 52 million Swedish crowns. And another interesting factor that I would like to bring your attention to is that we have had a positive EBITDA now for 5 quarters in a row. We changed it from minus to plus during quarter one last year, and it has been on that we have stayed on the positive side. And if you look to EBITDA from 2019 to 2020, we increased EBITDA actually by 10 million more or less, and we increased the net sales from 130 to 165. So with 35 million increase in turnover, we managed to get an improvement of the EBITDA by 10 million. So I think we start to have a proof that our business model actually works. Sustainability, it's something we actually, in Nexam is a couple of years now, and sustainability wasn't really a topic for us in the beginning. We didn't talk much about it. We talked about improving materials, improving the ability to use more recycled material. And actually, we had a sustainability story about our products making good things in the market. So if we kind of try to summarize it, we definitely improve the possibility for recycling. We can do that. A lot of our products end up in the renewable energy sector today. And last but not least, we very often make material better, longer lasting. So I think we have a really, really interesting sustainability story on the product level. If we look to the company internally, we are still a small company. We are getting better and better. We cannot make fantastic products in lousy factories. We need to have a certain standard internally also. We are telling that story in our yearly reports and so on. You can read about it, and it's actually progressing very nicely. When we are growing now, social aspects will be more and more important. We are increasing in number of people in the company. It has to be a great place to work at, simply. And we should also be a very transparent investment opportunity for you out there. But, and this is important, we are an innovation and R&D driven company. That's in the center of the company. We have a lot of our staff are working with the research and development. This is going to continue. This is what we are built on from the very beginning. We do a lot of patent applications. I think we have done 2 applications during this year, and we will continue with that. We have in our file 55 patents. So it's an important part of our business to innovate things and move forward. And that will continue. So last slide is actually, why should you invest in our company? We have efficient solutions that actually will help customer to make better business. It's not that they need to use us, otherwise it doesn't work. That's not the case. They will make money on using Nexam products. The other thing is we definitely contribute to a better circularity of the plastic industry. We have a lot of solutions in this area, and that's something that will continue. And the last thing, we are just in the beginning of a growth journey. This will continue for quite some time, and we hope we have had quite nice success in some platforms, and we feel very confident that we will be able to also be successful in some more platforms during the coming years, and that will put even more fuel to the growth track we have initiated. So with that, I would like to thank you very much. Just one thing, if you go into our website, you can see a short animation of Nexam that presents the company a little bit more quick and precise than what I've been able to do during these 15 minutes. So thank you very much.
And thank to you, Johan.
Thank you very much.
Quite an interesting company, and congratulations on the achieved success so far. You're growing quite nicely. Sales increased 26% in the first quarter. Could you give us a bit more flavor on what is driving your growth?
Our growth, it's actually windmills. We are selling materials that goes into this core material of blades for windmills. So when they build a lot of windmills, we sell a lot. And that has been a fantastic dynamic. It's also that we are selling to, and now we will be a little bit in the chemistry, but we are selling into PET foam. That's one core material. There are more core materials, but the PET foam is the one winning in the market in competition with other things like balsa wood, PVC foams, and so on. So we are growing with more windmills, and we are growing with more share for PET foams per blade.
Okay.
And that has been generated during the last 2 years. That will continue during this year, and then we hope we will also get into a few new platforms that start to have a real impact on our result.
Okay, I see. And could you mention one key innovation that you have done that you're perhaps more proud of than others, or something along those lines?
We have quite a number of innovations, and we are proud of them all. What we do is actually you have polymer molecules. Everything will be in the chemistry in the end. When you look to our company, it's sometimes you are in that area and you're in that area, and it sounds a bit fragmented. But everything gets together in the chemistry. It's the same kind of materials in the background, if it's a bottle or if it's
windmill,
shoes or a windmill. And so when you learned to modify these chemicals in one area, you can apply it in other areas. And that's what we learned early from the high temperature composite. And that's where we made a lot of innovations. We brought into the polyester and the windmills, and what we have learned there, we are now moving further into other areas like recycling.
I see. Interesting. And finally, what would you say investors have to look forward to in the next year from Nexam?
I hope to be able to present really solid quarters, quarter by quarter. It should move. I usually emphasize that growth is not a straight line, but there will be moving a little bit up and down. But the long-term trend is definitely we have a fantastic growth opportunity. We are 100% focused on taking this opportunity and make the company bigger, and we want to be an important player in the polymer world for a very, very long time.
Okay, thank you very much, and good luck on your journey.
Thank you.